A group of friends decided to go on an adventure. Each of them had a different idea, so they took their time and decided the one which will be the most adventurous thing to do. Finally, they decided to go on a jungle safari. So all the friends got their stuff together and went on for the adventure. At first, they planned on taking their car with them, but to experience the most of the jungle safari, they left their car in the parking lot and they decided to walk. The jungle was dense and looked very intimidating. One of the friends, John, told the others that there was a risk of getting lost in the jungle. The others did not listen to him and said, "We came here for an adventure, not enjoyment, because this is a jungle and not Disneyland." Then the others started to walk into the jungle. There were not any other humans who were close to them, as the jungle was far away from the city and no one would come here for any sort of work. As he had no other choice, he started to walk with the group. The group only had young guys, so their energy levels did not seem to come down, nor did they seem afraid. As they started to walk into the jungle, the atmosphere changed dramatically, and as the vegetation was dense, the light barely reached the ground. So it was getting darker as they were going into the jungle. John was not comfortable. He started to get an idea that they were going to face a lot of trouble in the jungle. There were different kinds of animals which they had never seen anywhere. So the group was very excited. They had their snacks in their hand and were walking in as a group with the lead member holding a map and a compass in his hand, just to make sure that they don't get lost. The group decided to rest at a place which was near a river. As they were too tired, some of them laid down and gave their legs some rest, while some jumped into the river to enjoy a bath. John was getting very uncomfortable. He insisted his friends to get out of there as the jungle seemed more than just adventurous. Even the group did not listen to him then. After a couple of hours, the group started walking again. After walking some distance into the jungle, they started to hear some scary sounds. Some said it could be a leopard. Some said it could be a tiger. They were excited that they will see either one or both of the animals. John was very worried. He knew that the jungle could be home of very dangerous animals, probably deadly predators. In the jungle, there were two lions who were very hungry. Somehow, they found that the outsiders have entered the jungle and they could be an easy meal for them for the upcoming days. So the lions decided to hunt them and they took separate ways to find them. The group of friends stopped at a place and they saw that the rough path they were walking on was separated into two different paths in different directions. The group was confused on which path to choose. John looked at the paths very carefully and waited to see what the group would decide. The group leader took the other path as he found that the path was clean and it had footprints of some human who might have used the path. The group leader said, "Everybody, follow me, this is the correct path. This is the way we should walk." John was not confident. He carefully saw the footprints which were on that path. They were strange and there were some footprints which might be of some animal. The footprints did not look as if someone came out of or returned from that path. John asked the group to follow the other path. The group did not listen to him and they said, "If you are afraid, then go on that path. Do not use this, you coward." Somewhere in John's mind, it seemed all wrong, so he decided to follow his mind and heart. He went on the other path and they started to walk. The lions found them and confronted the group of friends. Even John was confronted by a lion. The group of friends were petrified with fear. They did not know what to do as suddenly their thirst for adventure has landed them into their worst possible nightmare. On the other side of jungle, John came face to face with the lion. He was afraid too, but he did not let his fear give the lion an advantage. He maintained calm as he knew he could never escape or defeat the lion. On the other side of the jungle, the group were pleading for their lives as they had no way to go and the lion was ready for a feast. "We should have listened to John," said one of the friends. But it was too late. Instead of standing together against the lion, they ran here and there to save their life. Somehow they looked helpless and weak. The lion took them down one by one and all of them died. For them, their own foolishness landed them in hell. On the other side of the jungle, John had nothing to do. He had no way to escape, nor did he have anything to save himself from such a powerful lion. He was looking straight into the eyes of the lion, a beast. He started to think of a plan. The lion was thinking, why would he be roaming around in a place like this, that too all alone? The lion and John were just meters apart. The lion was waiting for John to make a bad move, but John was very calm and focused. He knew very well that the lion can attack him at any time, and he can never afford to take his eyes from the lion. They were staring into each other's eyes for so long that the lion thought John could be a hunter. That is why he had come into the jungle, and if he were a hunter, he would hunt it. John, on the other hand, was calm and he waited for the lion to leave by itself. John made up his mind not to do anything foolish, so he stood there in a calm position. The lion started to feel strange about John and it started to look around for any traps that might be set up there. The lion was getting really uncomfortable. It started to be afraid of John because the lion has never saw anyone stand toe to toe against him. John was sweating and he tried to reach his water bottle in his bag, so he slowly moved his arm into his backpack. The lion thought that John was going to take out his gun and shoot it, so the lion roared at him and went away. John was still on his foot, standing very still, calm and quiet. After he made sure that the lion has gone far, he made a quick move and ran from there. The lion joined the other lion and John came running out of the jungle. He waited for his friends to come out, but they never did. John could have walked with the group. He too would have met with the same fate. But he chose to follow a different path where he came right in front of a lion. But John was careful enough to be brave and he stood firmly in his place no matter what he was against. He did not back down and was patient till the situation itself was neutralized. It is very easy to do the same thing that everybody does. You may find it safe to do so. You think that it would be safe to follow the crowd as it is what most of the people in the society would do. But sometimes you have to be different and brave to make some decisions that are risky but at the same time very rewarding. Sometimes just because everyone is doing something does not mean that it is always right. If we behave as everyone does, then at some time in our life, we will have to face the same consequences that everyone will face. Be you. Don't follow others blindly and don't ever be with foolish persons.